Club.
Gentlemen, you may lag for break, and good luck.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are underway here. Tony Robles playing Warren Kiamco. I'm actually going to be joined in the booth by Heather Kurtz in a second. As soon as she puts down her camera and her bag and her pool cue and the beer she's been drinking, and she didn't offer me a beer, by the way. I'm a little upset. I see upstate Al's got a beer too, and I didn't even, no one offered me nothing. That's not right.
I'm good.
I like beer.
Hi,
anyone
everybody.
else like beer? Geez, you know, I'm sitting here.
I'll take another one.
I'll take one. What do you mean another one? She's trying to get rounds going, right? Yeah, one over here too there, Al. What am I? The hell?
Hello there in Streamland. Hope you guys are all enjoying what's going on today. More of the 14-1 World Championships.
I was going to have Gail Glazebrook in the booth because, you know, her and Tony, but she just got done eating, so she's a little too stuffed to do some commentary.
Yeah, she probably wants to sit right there and watch him play.
Absolutely. Well, he didn't catch that break very well, and the cue ball's not going to get up on the end rail, so Tony's going to have a decent chance to start the match. He's going to look at the pack. He might have a dead one right away. The 15 looks like it might go. 11-15 can be wired.
Yeah, I was just watching Tony warm up on one of the tables back here before. He seemed to be hitting them pretty well, so we'll see how he does.
We did a match before against Warren Kiamco played Torsten Holman. And Warren didn't play that good. I mean, it's understandable. He doesn't really play straight pool. You could tell just by looking, he was a little, you know, didn't have the patterns down.
Right.
He couldn't see what the table was telling him. And he played well. I mean, he can still pocket balls from anywhere. You know, the guy's fanatical. But he's a fantastic ball pocketer.
Right.
You got to know the patterns. You got to know, you know, position play better. And
absolutely.
Torsten took advantage. Looks like that I guess it's a 15. Yep. Wired.
Open.
So now Tony's off and running. He's got a good spread. He's got a break ball. He's just got to pick stuff off the rail. You know, he's got to pick. You got to get the 5 off the rail. He's just got to start taking balls off. Once again, we're at Steinway Billiards in Queens, New York. We're about 5 minutes outside of Manhattan. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. I'm sorry for that interruption.
I'll share it with you if you want.
Yeah, I had a nice beer delivered in front of her, and I'm looking like, yeah.
I've been delivering to everybody, so it was nice to have somebody bring one to me.
I get it. All right. But anyway, we're at Steinway Billiards here in Queens, just outside of Manhattan. 5 minutes out of Manhattan, 5 minutes from LaGuardia. We're going to be here all week watching top-class straight pool. So you guys are in the area, come down, check out some of the action.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful room. All the food is really good, so you guys can have something to eat while you're here watching these great matches. Everybody who works here is just fantastic. They've been so helpful, so nice.
Yeah,
you guys
really
definitely have to check it out.
It's a good place to come down.
He doesn't seem to have too much trouble on the table here, from
No.
what I can see.
No. Looks like the 14 ball right in front of him, right in front of the cue there is not an issue. He's got to get rid of it so he can play the 10. He can play the 4 and the 11, it looks like. He can play the 11 right now if he wants.
There it goes.
Yeah, no, he's pretty much just got nothing. He's got to get the 5 off the rail, and that's about it. He's going to leave the 3 as his break shot.
I was going to say, he's already got his break shot ready to go.
He's already got his break shot. He's already got his key ball. It looks like he's going to play the 14 maybe as his key ball. Beautiful. I just got my own beer. A little piece of lemon, orange in there. Oh, yeah. I'm on vacation, so I might as well have a beer. Enjoy myself. We got one more match coming up after this, I believe. It's going to be, I think, Francisco Bustamante against Sean Wilkie. That ought to be a good match. So, yeah, if you guys are in the area, come on down.
Yeah, that should be a good match.
Yeah.
Definitely. They all are.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
yeah,
It doesn't matter what
really
match.
good
That's
one.
the thing, you know. It doesn't matter what match you watch. They're all going to be good. You know, you can run down a list of players: Jose Perica, John Schmidt, Bustamante, Mika Immonen is here.
Oliver Ortman.
Oliver Ortman
Shane
is
Van
here.
Boning.
Shane Van Boning, you know, Torsten Holman. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. Charlie Williams, Johnny Archer, Dennis Hatch. You know, I mean, you can just, like I said, just keep going and going and going. So if you want to come down and watch one match, you're going to get to watch 4 or 5 matches. And again, top quality players.
I didn't know where to keep my attention. I walked one table, I flipped to another one. I was watching Darren and Max playing before.
Well, we're going to focus on this one right here, okay?
Yep.
So pay attention to this match, and we'll see how this turns out. Tanner Brewis, yeah. Shane Van Boning did win his last match against Ralph Eckert. He didn't play too good. But he ended up pulling it out. Jose Perico's also here besides Kiamco from the Philippine contingent. Tony better watch out.
Yep.
What's the point? All right. He kind of overhit that one. He's going to have to take his key ball out now, which he really didn't want to do. He's just going to have to draw this one rail off the bottom rail to get back up for the 8 and 7. And he spun it a little bit and came into the 7.
Oh.
Yeah, he's in trouble from here.
The article and just went the other way. Wow.
He looks a little befuddled.
It's a piece of chalk there.
Huh? And I didn't even start drinking yet, and I'm coming out these words. He's a little mysticated. But Tony's is a very seasoned player.
Yep.
He's going to figure out what he needs to do, what he can do from here. We'll see what he can do. I mean, he's in a bit of a pickle right here. I don't know if he can cut the 7 in the side.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. If you can cut it inside, I just can't really tell where the ball is positioned just behind it. You know, if it's perfectly lined up, if he's got a little bit, it's kind of hard to tell from here.
Well, depending on how they're lined up, if the 8's off the rail, which it might be, it looks like he's going to play the 7. He's got enough of an angle, but then he's going to have to let the cue ball go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's going to play this. He's not going to take any kind of shortcut. Try and play it safe. He just doesn't want to pull the trigger. It's a tough shot, and he's going to let the cue ball fly around. So. Oh, baby. Oh, I just had my beer, and that was delish. A little Blue Moon. All right, well, Tony's still thinking about what he's got to do. He doesn't want to shoot it. It's a very tough shot. He got a little misfortunate. I got a shot for him. If he wants to play safe, he can just roll up onto the 8, double hit the 8, have the cue bounce back into the 7.
Or just tap it.
Yeah. Well, I figured if he doubled back into the 7, because now Warren does have a shot. He's got a better cut shot than Tony just had. You know, if he double kisses the cue back close to the 7, it eliminates any kind of shot on the 7, which Warren's going to have. Again, he's going to make Warren shoot this though. I mean, it was what he had. That's all he had. So he did the best he could from there.
He's doing really good until that point, you know.
Yeah. Well.
Nice little run. Table was laid out so nice.
Now Warren's going to have to let this go. Yes, it was a tough
It
shot.
was a break ball.
Yeah. And again, the layout right here in this first rack is not so inviting. Tony's going to come across the table twice off the 7, I believe. He's going to try and play the 8 ball next. Because if he can draw up to the end rail, he does have a shot at breaking him up off the 3. Obviously, it's not something that you would want to set up for, but he doesn't have a choice in this matter. Yeah, and he overcut the 7. Hard shot, you know, difficult from where he was at, but that's all he had. Now he gives Warren a great chance to get out from here because he can play the 3 and get on the 8, come down underneath the table, underneath the rack. He might be able to use the 7 to get into the stack with. He might be able to. It might be a little too far away because the angle coming off the 7 might bring him past the corner ball. I mean, he might have enough to hit it, but
not going to do much damage.
He won't hit it at all if he does hit it. You know, if he doesn't hit it. So if he can clip it, sure, he'll do a lot of damage because he's going to hit it really hard. You know, and he'll fire it in, and even if he just clips it a little bit, he's going to do some damage to the stack. But Warren's going to go 2 rails underneath it, I think. Come up on the other side. I think that might be an easier chance for him to get on the other side of that 7. And once he gets on the other side of that 7 pretty good. Yeah, he just wanted to roll it down. He must be able to hit it from this side. It's a little kind of difficult for us to tell. But yeah, we got to try and if we can. All right, I got an idea. I'm working on it, folks. Trying to get us a better angle into the monitor this way. Because if we can see the monitor a little bit better, it's a little clearer if we're looking straight out. There you go. That might help.
You see the colors much
That's what
better.
I mean. Yeah, we can tell what kind of balls are being shot. I'll have to work on Alvin's equipment here. JR is going to have to dump a little money into this game, and you know we're getting up at the bottom of the barrel here, JR. You know, let's get some quality monitoring there going.
I've got a TV like this in the house. I got old VHS tapes holding it up.
We're only kidding, JR. You know, we're joking with you. He's got top of the line equipment right now. He always does. Him and Alvin, they do a great job.
Absolutely.
You know, JR is the brains behind the equipment here. He's behind the brains behind the operation, and Alvin's the muscle. He gets it done. See, he might not be able to hit that. Now he could still maybe spin 3 rails with a ton of bottom left. If he hits up just near the side pocket, he can come. Oh, he went too far. That slid on him pretty good, but he's not too bad from there. He's got a decent shot from underneath the table, underneath the stack. You know, he can go into the 8 right here and push out the 10, whatever it is above the corner 14 there. And hopefully leave him safe. Hopefully nothing will come drop down behind the stream, or behind the stack. So he's going to go right into the 8, push out a ball. The 14 should stay right there. I'll push out a little bit, which is still okay because he's underneath the stack.
Didn't leave him much.
No, he's not going to leave him anything.
Mm-hmm.
Ideally, nothing will drop back down. You know?
Right.
Although when I play and I hit the stack, 2 things will come straight down. I don't know how they come down. And then I'll give my opponent a chance at the table. But Heather Kurtz is in the booth along with Mikey Fingers, if you guys are wondering. Trying to bring you this match between Warren Kiamco and Tony Robles. Do not know where JR is at this moment. I don't think he's here in New York.
Al's around. We're giving him a little break.
Yeah. Bazooka Dave, yes. Fingers in the booth.
Thank you guys again for being
Luke
here.
laughing. How you doing, Luke? I got your Facebook comment. Thanks, pal. Trying to do a good job.
Yeah, I love watching these matches.
They're great.
You learn so much watching these guys.
Yep.
I'm always on the stream whenever there's something streaming if I'm not at the event. It's just great to see what they do.
Yep.
Get out of certain situations. It's just,
Yeah.
it's really helpful.
Exactly. That's what I tell people. Watch because you learn. What I tell them to do is if you're going to watch a match, if you got it on DVD, pause the tape, before he makes a break shot or something, and tell yourself, well, I would play it like this. Map out how you would play it. And then press play and watch how they break the balls open. It's going to be different than the way you laid it out.
Absolutely.
And ask yourself, well, why did he do it that way? And look at the results he gets as compared to how you would get, the results you would get. And you can learn a whole lot that way just by learning, hey, well, he did it like this. I'm going to try it like that. Because he's doing it that way for a reason. He's just not taking a pot shot at it.
Right.
All the times they break, it's for a specific reason.
Mm-hmm.
They take certain shots for certain reasons. And it works for them. There's no reason why it can't work for you guys out there.
If I had a table at home, I would definitely do that.
Yeah, well, it's one of the advantages of having a house with a big basement.
Right.
I'm kind of glad I got my table in the basement. Nice gold crown, double shimmed, 8 Simonis 860. Sweet HD camera. Oh, yeah. That's my man cave.
Yeah, shotgun. Kevin Clark is still playing. I'm not sure what his standings are right now. But I did see him playing a few minutes ago. He seemed to be playing pretty good. I can't see behind me right now, so we'll see later on.
I think he just lost to Wilkie. I think he played.
Yeah, he was playing Wilkie,
yeah.
I wasn't sure what the score was.
Yeah, I don't know what the final was either, but I think Wilkie just ended up winning.
Yes, Pool Junkie, Steve Kurt's wife. That is how I'm known.
NYC Railbird. Well, it depends on what kind of porn you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Not to get too personal there, but
Thanks, Dave. I'm trying. I'm getting better every day. Watching these guys is really helping.
yeah, Tony didn't play the greatest safe right there, and he left Kiamco a chance at the table. He might go into the stack right here off the 6. He might come 2 rails underneath the stack and go into him with the 8. And the only guarantee he's going to have after that would be the 10 ball, really. It's going to be his insurance call. So he doesn't want to come up too high off this rail. Perfect position to go into the stack. But he really doesn't have a guaranteed shot right now. You would think going into the stack he'll have something. As Met Vigera looks on. Trying to learn something, pal? You see, he went into him pretty good. He ended up with a shot. Still early in the round. Still early in the match.
Just got this little bit of a mess here on our left side of the table. He's going to have to work through.
Yeah, he's going to have to get on the left side of that. But once he plays the 11, he's going to go into that stripe, and he'll push forward. He'll end up with at least one shot afterwards.
Right.
He might have the 10. He might have another stripe, the 3 or the 1. Oh, and he missed the 11.
Yowza.
Well, that was the risk he took, really, going into the stack. It only left him really one halfway decent shot, but it was a long shot.
Right.
And that's something that can be missed.
A lot of balls open here.
Yeah, Tony's got to deal with that little bit of a problem right there.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like it's the 5 would be a break shot. But he might need that to break out the 6 and 13, it looks like. He'll figure it out. Tony knows what he's doing. He's not, he's not a newbie at this. That's really the only issue he's got. You know, is breaking that little cluster up.
Right.
Trying to get a break ball. He does have a break ball underneath the rack if he wants to use
Right.
it.
I was gonna say, if he has to take out that 5, he's got the what is that? The 13 down there at the bottom.
I think it's the 11.
The 11.
Yeah.
And worst comes to worst, the 15 there. If he had to take the 5 out for any reason.
Well,
If he gets jammed up down there.
he'd have to shoot that in the side then. Play the 9 as his key ball. But again, you know, I mean, Tony's, I think his high run is over 200. So he's, you know, he knows how to play. He's not new to the game. And like I said, the last time I was doing commentary, these guys are problem solvers. You know, that's what this is. It's just one big puzzle. You know, how do you solve this? And because they're doing it for so long, they understand how to solve it.
Right.
You know, they can get out easier because they can see the patterns. You know, they're playing 2, 3, 4, 5 shots ahead to try and get into a position to break out a cluster or get something off the rail, you know, so that they can continue their run.
Right. Pool junkie, that would definitely be Gail. I am still more of a beginner. She would be she'd be able to wipe a table with me. Don't worry. I'm still just starting out. She could definitely take me. I admit that.
Next match is going to be Boosty, I think, and Wilkie.
Yeah, that's our. Oh, that's a 7.
Yep.
Are we behind?
Yeah. My buddy Charlie Ames just walked by. Photog extraordinaire. Pool player? Not so much.
Oh, wow.
But he's learning. The guy, he really tries hard, and he does play very well. His high run's a bit higher than mine, actually.
We play in the same straight pool league. We play in the league in racks, and he took me out in the playoffs last season. I was in first place all season, and he took me out in the playoffs.
Wow.
He just ran right through me. He's been playing pretty well.
Yeah, well, he wants to learn. You know, he wants to get better, which is great. You know what I mean? That's what we need in this sport. We need people that want to learn. They want to play.
Absolutely.
It's a great game, you know. It's a beautiful game to watch when it's done right.
I love it.
And it is. It's a challenge.
I don't play much anymore except for it.
Yeah, I wish I could play more myself, but my back has been giving me issues. You guys know about that for a while, and it's feeling better now, but I'm afraid to get in there and play. I mean, you got to commit. You got to play 5, 6 hours a day, and I'm a little leery of doing that just yet.
I'm lucky if I get once a week. That's why I haven't gotten much better. I'm getting there, but it's nice to have more practice time. You definitely need it for this game especially.
Yeah, if you want to compete with these top players. Oh, yeah. All right, but Tony's running out. He's got a good shot here. He can go one rail, which I think he's doing, straight up, or he can go inside with 2 rails.
All right.
There you go. He's got a good shot. He's got less of an angle than he wanted, I think, but he's going into the bottom of the stack. We'll see if he gets the spread that he's looking for. All right, we got a little downtime here. I want to give a quick shout out to some of the sponsors of the stream here. Being brought to you by InsidePoolMag.com. Say hello to JR and Alvin. NYCGrind.com. Jerry Tarantola. Thank you for him. Dragon Promotions. Charlie Williams. CNGGas.com. I don't know who they are, but I want to say thank you anyway. So Steinway Billiards. Allhausen. Thank you very much, fellas. And now we're going to watch Tony take the rack apart. Hit it pretty good with a good draw stroke, and he came back a little too far, but
I think.
I've got to give a good shout out to Steinway Billiards, too.
Absolutely.
First year that they're hosting this event, and I see no reason why it won't be back a second year.
They're doing a beautiful job with everything. They really are.
Yeah.
Manny's awesome.
Yeah, the room is
awesome.
great. 20-something tables here. You know, my God. The only thing I didn't see is a billiard table, though.
I didn't see a billiard
I was a
table
little
at all.
surprised. But Karam's not too far away. Karam Cafe. That's got to be the billiard capital of the universe.
I haven't seen. I've been in a couple of different pool halls recently. I haven't seen many billiard tables around.
Yeah. It's played mostly, I guess, by old timers, older players. I guess they have more of an appreciation for the game because it's not really as popular now as it used to be, I don't think. But, I mean, you still got some great players. And last year at Karam, they also ran a billiard tournament, a world champion billiard tournament, the Verhoeven Open, I think it was. And so you had the best street pool players, the best pool players on the planet.
Wow.
Rubbing elbows with the best billiard players on the planet. I mean, if you're talking about, if you like pool, anything to do with a cue stick, wow, that was the place to be, man. You know?
I think I've taken one billiard shot in my life, and I actually made it.
Nice. See? You're good. You're 100%. Ah, Tony missed that stroke. That ball. Come on, Tony. Yeah, he's not, doesn't look too comfortable. Now Warren, he's got a little bit of a mess to deal with. He might have a shot on the 2 or the 3 to get into the stack. It's not the best opportunity. Now, he might be able to draw into him now. I don't like it, but again, it's not what you like. It's what you got. You know. He can draw this off the 2 and 3. It looks like. You know, and into the 7. But that's the issue right there. He might not get that good of a spread. So he might roll forward, inside spin a little bit. So he knocked the 2 out of the way. Now he's got a good shot on the 3, but I don't know if he can get into the stack. He can play the 6 too. Well, if he's straighter on that 6, then I think, you know, he could stop there and play the 7 past the 3. That'll get him open. He might have enough of an angle on the 3 to clip the 13 and break some more balls open. If he did that, he'll spread him, and the 13 will come down towards that same pocket. He might be playing. Yeah, see, he could play. Oh, he gets stuck right on the ball. He might be okay, because I don't think he's frozen to it. He's got the 11, or he might have the 7 in the upper right-hand corner.
Still kind of hard to tell.
Yeah. Hey, he's got it, though. He must have it.
Just make it by.
Yeah. No, he's still trying. He went a little too high, I think. He wanted to play the 11 into the stack. Because that would have pushed the cue ball up table a little bit. He would have had maybe the 8 or the 2. You know, he would have had a shot. He would have had a better shot.
Right.
He might be able to soft spin the 2 ball back up table and play the 8 and go into the stack. No, he just played for the 11 or 13. I can't tell. It's kind of tough from where we're sitting. We're about a half a mile from the pool room in a van somewhere. Back on 92nd Street.
That's the 11. All right.
There you go. Not the ideal spread,
Broke
but
him
he's
up a
got a
little.
shot. He broke him out. Now he really only has to play that one in the middle, that stripe, that 10 ball. He can play the 10 ball, and then he can shoot the one in the side. Looks like the 7 will go in the side, 6 goes in the side. He can use the 8 as his break ball.
Right.
He'll come down and hit the 13 or the 11. I think it's the 13. So he'll have the 7 next if he wants it. He just decided to stop. That's fine too. Now he can play the 1. He's got plenty of options from here. I like playing the 1 from here actually. It'll open up the 6 ball a little bit more.
Right.
Give him more chances on the 6.
A little more room there.
Right. And that's it. Warren's starting to take apart the rack. Now, if he's got an angle on that, I think it's a 7. He'll play the 11 next, and then the 8, and probably either draw right up for the 9. 7, 11, 9, and then draw up for the 8. Yeah, you can almost stop this right there. He'll have enough of an angle on the 9. Perfect. All right. And
take a minute to thank our mods out there in the chat. Got B-Doc, Anya, Catskill 1, Corner Market Bob, Pops89. Thank you guys for all you do, and keep an eye on the chat for us while we're here.
absolutely. Thank you very much.
You guys are a huge help. And thank you to everybody watching the stream again.
Yep. Warren's got a great shot right here. I mean, I don't know what his high run is, but if he just, focuses what he's doing, and the table's playing pretty good.
Hi, Bob.
There you go. Nice spread. Oh, if that ball kisses up on the cue, that's unfortunate. But he does have a shot in the 11, it looks like.
He's got a...
He's going to play the 11 in the upper right-hand corner. He doesn't have to do much because he's got, looks like the 10 by the side. So, he fired that in. Now he's got a good shot on the next ball, so he can play the 6 into the stack again. Because he is a little tied up right there, but. He's thinking about whether or not he wants to go into the stack right now. He's got other options. He doesn't have to. But, he's going to go into the 5, it looks like. And again, he's a little worried about what he's going to have next. That's the whole problem. He might be able to roll forward and come between, it looks like, the 2 and the 13.
Right.
In the direction of the 4, let's say. And then play the 13 past the 3.
Good job, Mikey Fingers.
You know what I'm saying?
Got in his head there.
I know what he texted me a minute ago, so I gave him a little insight. Sorry, Tony. I answered his text first. If I'd have known Tony was texting me too, I'd have helped him out. But now he's got a chance to break him again. All you got to do is nudge him a little bit. You don't need to explode him.
You don't have to go crazy with it. Just
no. And if he wants to look real close, I don't know if the 5 is out. It might not be. But now it might be a good chance for him to play the 2. Get the 2 ball out of there. Opens the 5 wide up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he
Get
can
rid of
play,
that little cluster
exactly.
there.
That's the only thing he's got to worry about. The 2 and a 5 might be wide to that corner. I don't think so. I don't think so, but now it looks like it's off. But at least he can get it out of there, get the 2 out,
Right.
and put himself in a good position to run the rest of the rack. He's got position on that. It's a trouble spot. He needs to take care of it right now. That doesn't mean he's going to, of course.
A lot of spectators in here right now.
Yeah,
This room filled up real quick.
it sure did. Everybody's here to watch. All the top players are playing tonight. Well, he didn't want to take the 2 out.
I mean, what would you do here? I mean, he's got a couple of options.
He does, but he's got no break shot right now. He's got to try and do something. You know, he's got to pick the balls apart. This could be a good shot right here. He can play to 7. 7 goes past the 5. If he rolls forward, he can nudge the 2 out off the 5. He'll have the set. He'll have the 1 next. See? And he did that perfect. The 2 is a little high for a break shot,
Right.
but it's still a break shot. So he's just going to pick away around the rack here. He's going to leave the 2 as his break shot. He doesn't really have that many opportunities, if any, to create a better break shot. I don't like the 3 ball from underneath the rack.
Right.
He does have the 10 on the side as a break. 10 or 14, I can't tell. I think it's a 10. You know, if he can get above the 10, he can cut it in the side and come 1 or 2 rails into the stack. That's not a bad break shot either. So he might leave that one for last. You know, if he gets a little bit out of position, he'll save himself with that shot.
Yeah, there goes the 3 ball.
Yeah, he's got the 14, 15, 1, or the 14, 1, 15. Yeah, he can play the 15, 2, 1, and then 10. You know, get up on a 10 if he wants. I mean, there's a lot of different things he can do. It just
Use the
depends.
10. You said use the 10 as a break?
He could, yeah. Because that's not a bad break shot. If he cuts it in the side pocket, comes off the long rail right where he had his finger,
Okay.
he'll come right to the side of the stack.
Nice.
And my buddy Wilkie just brought in some fries. Thank you, Wilkie.
Oh, that's good.
Well, he's going to play the 10 and get on the 1 and use that 2 as a break shot, which again is still fine. That's more of a traditional route. There you go. Looks perfect to me. A little under it. Punch it over. Center ball. Little draw. And there you go. He's got a perfect break shot. A little thin for me, to be honest with you. Yeah, and he pointed to the center of the table. He's got a real thin cut in the 2, you know. But again, it's what he's got. He missed it a little bit, you know, and that's what he's pointing at again. He wanted it to be right in the center of the table, but. All right, sorry for that little downtime. Talking to Alvin for a second. Warren's still got a decent shot. He broke him out, but he's got like that, what I call the circle of death right in the center of the table there. Those 5 balls, they form a little bit of a circle. You can't play anything.
Right.
So he's got to go into them somehow. He could do it now, I think, but he's got to stroke it. Yeah, he wanted to do it with the 9, so he would have the 1 next as his insurance. And he kind of botched that one up. But he does have options. He's got more ways to get into it. But he's got to make sure he gets into it, because the more times you shoot something and miss the stack, the less opportunity that you have to get back into the stack.
Right.
So he can roll on the 9 and play a thin cut on the 1 and go into the stack, but he's not guaranteed a shot after that. I mean, you would hope you'd get one, but you don't have to. And if you don't, you can't say it's bad luck.
Right.
You know. He's going to thin cut the 1, it looks like. He wants to do that, and maybe if you could clip it. I don't think you can get into him from there. He's trying to figure out how to get into that stack. That's the problem right now.
Right.
And again, this might be a little bit of his inexperience playing straight pool. You know, he can't see how to do it as fast as other seasoned players would pick up on it. And I love that, though. You get that little circle of death right in the center. You can't play any ball.
You got to work your way around
it. You got to try and get into it somehow. You don't see it that often, but every now and again it pops up, and there it is. You know, 6, 7, 8 balls all in a circle, and you got no pocket for any of them. There you go. See, he might play the 1 now and go into him. This is a risky shot if he decides to do it. I mean, he could spin above it, try and go into him with the 10. You know, he does have more than one option, but
all right.
There you go.
A little bit, yeah. Still got that 3-ball cluster, but he did move it a little bit.
Yeah, well, the 13 goes now. It looks like it'll go in the same pocket he's going to put the 6 in. So if he can play the 6, the 10, and then the 13, break him up, and he'll have the 7 as his insurance. He's got to try and create a break shot, though. That might work for him when he does that. If he plays the 6, 10, 13, he can push him up when he plays the 13, maybe. If he gets the 7 ball out of the way, the 14 might go past into that pocket that the 7 ball goes into. You might be looking to see if that's available right there. Get the 7 out of the way. He might roll forward a little bit on the 4 if he's going to do that and play the 10. And come into the stacked out. Those little 3 balls right there.
Mm-hmm.
Or again, if the 13 goes past, he can just stop right here. No, he decided to come forward one round. Now he's going to play the 13 now, it looks like. Which is still good. It's all good.
At least it's not that 6 ball. 6 balls in the middle right now, you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
All right.
He's going to use that stripe ball right above the 7 as his break shot. He gets the 7 ball out of the way here. He can play the 15 next and come up table, and those 2 balls right behind the cue now where he's stretching will go right into the same pocket the 7 goes into. He nudged it up a little high to give himself a better angle to get into the stack, which works, but now he's got to get out on that long rail.
Right.
And again, it shouldn't be too much of an issue for these guys. These guys know what they're doing.
Being at a beginner level, I see things so differently than you guys do, you know? See a little bit of it. But at the level that these guys can.
Yeah, well, I mean, all it is practice, you know, and being in that situation. That's all it is, really. They see it easier than you see it because they've done it more than you have.
Right, exactly.
There's no big secret to it, really. He can play a stop shot here. He'll have the 5 on the side. He'll be able to get down on the other strike ball. Warren's getting his extension, it looks like. Well, he figures what he's going to do here. I'm going to give a shout out to my guys. I'm a player rep for Wild Eyes Creations and Q Shark. If you guys get a chance to check out their websites, they have some excellent products for the pool industry. Top quality equipment. The best products for pool that you can buy, in my opinion, and a lot of other opinions. Tell them hello. Tell them Fingers sent you. He's going to play this one rail and get on a 5. He doesn't want to get straight on it, but now he's really going to pound it forward with a high left to spin 2 rails up towards the side pocket.
So he gets on that ball.
So we can get on the right side of that ball. Or if he's got a straighter an angle, he could draw it with bottom right and come up off the long rail where he's standing now and spin towards that side rail. Yeah, towards that long rail. It looks like he's going forward with right-hand spin. He's got to hit this one good. Oh, you know, he got a little...
Yeah, he got lucky there.
He got some love on that one. He nudged it, but...
He played that nicely. He got into trouble in the beginning, got out of it.
Yeah, he did the best he could with what he had, and he still has a good break shot. He might have to hit this one a little harder than he liked. But still, he's still in control. He's winning right now, I think, 48 to 23. I can't make out the score exactly. Again, we're about a half a mile down the road in the back of a van, so it's tough for me to see the score.
Either 48 or 46, I can't tell.
Well, either way, he's up there. He's halfway there. He's getting out, you know. It's not the most picturesque apps, but it's working. And you see, he's got a shot.
Yep.
He's got a couple of options. He's got to come forward, I think. Perfect. He's got an angle on the 15. He can go into him now from the 15 if he can reach it, because he'll have the 8 as insurance. 8 of the 13 is insurance. Yeah, he's going to go into him right here, I believe. He'll have the 8 of the 13. Well, it was a little unfortunate. He glanced off the 9 and came down table. But he's got a card on the 9 ball, so he's not too bad. He can play the 7 in the side if he wants, but it's an awfully small pocket from this angle.
All right, guys, I'm going to step away for a second. Steve Kurt's going to fill in for me.
All right.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
Thank you, Heather. I'm going to be joined in the booth in a second by Steve Kurtz, the other half of Heather's relationship. Mr. Steve, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
Pretty
How's
good.
this game going along?
It's plotting along, you know. I mean, Warren's he's getting out. He's not showing the best form or technique.
Right.
But he's ahead of Tony right now.
Mm-hmm.
He is managing.
About halfway there.
Yeah, he just crossed the halfway mark, I think. He can get out, you know. He's shooting. He knows how to play pool,
right.
So it's not a point there. But his patterns in straight pool are obvious that he doesn't know the game as well.
Right.
But again, he's still getting out. He's a terrific shot maker. So it's like watching Shane Van Boning play straight pool. The guy doesn't know how to play straight pool yet.
Right.
But man, does he shoot straight?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it only takes a little time for him to pick the game up and the patterns.
Right.
I feel sorry for all the straight pool players, man. You got a guy like Shane Van Boning learning straight pool. Forget about it.
You know, it might be a good resurgence for the game to have the youth of the game playing it.
Yeah, that'd be great. Trying again, like you can see, he's inexperienced right now.
Yeah, I think he was playing for that window in between that ball on the right there, which is probably going to be the break ball, and that lower ball on the right side. I think he was playing for that window, and he went a little bit too far.
Yeah, he wanted to get the 3 out of there.
As he playing for that 8 ball, and then I don't think he can control it enough to swing back around.
No, he can't play the 8 from here. But he can play the, I think it's the 13 or the 11. I think it's the 13 right now. I mean, that would be the obvious break shot.
Right.
But that'll get him on the 6 and the 3 at least.
Yeah, maybe he could shift
He's
over
playing
that
the 7.
ball.
He's playing the 7, actually.
Okay.
All right, good. He can see it. He didn't have to give up his break shot.
Right.
And now he's got the 6. He can bump the 6. He can bump the 11 out when he plays the 6. He'll have the 8, the 3, and then the 11.
Right.
You know, and get on the
the 6 ball passes underneath that 8 ball.
Yeah, it looks
maybe
like
he'll
it.
just nip draw into that 11 ball, which is in the middle of the rack there, and play for the 8.
Well, if the 6 goes past the 8, which I think it does, I don't think he's got to draw at all. If he just plays like a center ball shot, the cue is naturally going to go up towards that 11 and kick
Right.
the 11 out and keep him right there for the 8.
Right.
I don't think
And
he needs to
position
draw.
that 8 ball as
Well.
a better key ball.
Yeah, he played the other ball though. Pushed the 8 out of the way. I'll push the 6 past the 8. Again, he's still got options.
Right. He could play that 11 on the side, and then play the ball just to the left of the 8,
Yeah, the 6.
and then come like middle table and go 2 rails behind,
Yeah, off the 8.
and then back to the middle of the table for that ball on the right there.
Yeah, he can go either way. 1 rail off the 8 or 1 rail off the 6.
Right.
It doesn't make a difference. He likes 1 rail off the 8. He probably doesn't have to jack up maybe over the 13 or the 11.
Right.
So
He could probably just draw back here to the middle of the table.
I think he'll
Or
punch
maybe
it.
1 rail off
Yeah.
the long rail.
Yeah. And there he
You
is.
just have to watch because you're crossing that line, and
Yep.
it looks like he went a little too far. It's a makeable shot. Obviously tougher than he wanted to be, though.
Well, I think he's going to hit the pack from here, though.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to be the issue. He's just got to make sure he puts the ball down.
Mm-hmm.
Tony's just waiting for his chance to get back
Oh,
at the
yeah.
table. He didn't look all that great, to be honest, when he was shooting before.
Right.
He wasn't smooth.
From
or
what I hear,
anything.
Tony hasn't had a lot of time to dedicate to practice with all the events that he runs and
Right.
leagues and so on and so forth. Probably one of the busiest guys in pool right now.
Right. Yeah, he does a lot for the sport.
I see Warren's got about 60.
Yeah. There you go. And he got fortunate a little
Yeah.
bit. That ball hung up in the side pocket.
Right, maybe play the combination right at it.
Yeah.
Earl Strickland and Jeff Bowl to table
He might decide to play the 6 and then come back into the stack a little bit.
Right.
I don't think you need that
Long Comp.
because he figures anywhere that he gets stuck, he's going to have an option to go for the side pocket, whether
Right.
a combo, carom, or whatever.
Right.
He'll have a shot. But I don't think he really needs to do that.
Right. Well, he's got to leave something to contend with those 2 balls that are tied up just under the rack.
Yeah. I think that's the
So
one.
maybe play
one
a
and the
shot where
13.
he's going to end up on that long rail, and he could come across that 6, cutting it in the corner, and maybe tickling those 2 balls to separate them.
Well, we'll see what he decides to do. And again, that's the good thing about straight pool. You see it one way, I see it another way. And if you get out, you can't say it was wrong.
Right. And there's no set way either.
Exactly. Rembrandt will never tell Van Gogh, you're using the wrong colors.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the good thing about this game.
I see you're using those painting references. You're becoming quite the accomplished artist.
Yeah, I brought that up. Yeah, I've been doing a little bit of painting here and there.
That's a good vice, Nice and relaxing.
Yeah, I like it, I can't play too much pool because of my back still.
Right.
I'm afraid to get back on the table and play for 8-9 hours a day, that you need to play. So I brought out busted out the old paint set again, and I like it. It relaxes me. I enjoy doing it.
Right.
Table 23, Jeff Bowl and Earl Strickland.
He's going to roll forward. He's going to try and nudge the 11.
Right.
Sailor and
Very lightly,
13?
probably, because he doesn't want to lose control.
Yeah, he went off the 1. Yeah, he's still got a cut on the 1 ball, but he's going to go up table for sure.
Right. You actually got to be careful because as he goes up table, he can hit that long rail and maybe the backside of that 11 ball up table and keep going forward into that corner pocket.
Let's do it now.
He's got to be careful for sure.
Sleeping in your car overnight in the parking lot.
Well, there you go. He's out now.
How to move your car.
He's got no issues. He really doesn't have a break ball. The only break ball he really has is the 8.
Right. Well, that ball just to the left of the floor ball and the rack, I believe that's just outside, but it is tight to the rack. It's not ideal.
Yeah, it's hard to see if that's out. The 2, I think it's a 2 and a 7 right there.
You know, maybe when he shoots this, roll up a little bit and play that other ball just below the rack and roll forward and separate those balls a little bit because he's going to have that 6 ball sitting near the corner.
Right. He'll have insurance. You might be able to play the 13 right now and come off the bottom rail up a little bit and get a little bit of an angle on the 7. So if he plays the 7 in the side pocket, you can come forward and push the 2 out a little bit. He'll
Right.
still have the 6.
Right.
You know, that's something to think about.
It looks like that's what he's doing, actually.
I wonder if he heard me. You think he heard me?
I don't know. If he might be a hair under this ball. I don't think he's going to glance the floor ball.
Yeah, he might be a little too short of where he needs to be. He might be able to just brush it. There you go. You only got to move it an inch, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now he's in great shape now. He really has nothing to worry about from here.
You know, it's a little bit low on the rack, but, you know, it is what it is, you know.
Oh, yeah, that's fine, I think. I think he's going to hit right in the center of the frame. Right in the center.
You know, the 8 ball actually serves as an okay break ball, too, because if that ball just ahead of it passes by it into the lower left-hand corner, he'll have a direct line right at the rack.
Yeah, I think that ball goes past. I think it's a 14. He kind of screwed up already, though. He didn't want to be where he's at now. You can play this with just like a right-hand spin, a soft right-hand spin, come straight across the table and have the 10, I think it is, 10 or the 14, the ball right by the foot spot. You can play that in the corner, in the side pocket.
Right.
And get out from where he's in now. You know, he's in a little bit of a bad spot.
Yeah, he's a little off here having to shoot over a ball.
He's got to get this one out of there, though. This way the 8 and the 14, it looks like, will come in there. Got to make room for that pocket. Yeah, and he forced it around pretty good. He's got a shot on the 8.
Mm-hmm.
He can play one rail off the 8, it looks like, up underneath.
Or he can elect to shoot the other ball if it passes the 8.
Yeah, he can do that and come across the table.
You get
for,
that
I think,
ball
the
that's up
15.
top.
Yeah. Get rid of that, come back for the 8, roll up just a touch, have the stripe there, the 10 in the side pocket, right, and get right on the his break shot. That'll work. So again, it's not really, I'm going to say the proper way to do it, if that's the right thing to say, but it's not a typical pattern that guys
Right,
would
but
play.
he stays in line that way.
Yeah.
You know, in the end, you take away those 2 balls, and he's got the nice triangle end pattern.
That's what he's looking for, yeah, but I don't know if he's going to get it right here.
Is he going to opt to leave that as a key ball, that ball up there?
I don't think so.
I think he is. Because,
Yeah, I guess he is from where he's at now.
you know, get him to
gonna
the
have
middle
to.
of the table. He's definitely got enough angle to work back to the middle of the table for that break ball.
Yeah, this would be fine for him. Center ball, touch the bottom maybe, a little touch of right. Come right back towards the center of the table. Now all of a sudden, you know, I mean, he's plotting his way through the rack. He's working hard here.
Right.
It's not coming apart like the way Torsten Holman would play it or John Schmidt would play it. You know, he's really working to get these racks taken apart, but he's doing a good job, and he's up on Tony right now. Tony's got 23, I think.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
And Warren might be up in the high 70s, 74.
Yeah.
Another 2 racks, it's over. You know, Tony's got to be careful. Not that
If he lets him back at the table, he's got to be careful.
Exactly, he's got to pay attention to what he's doing.
think he's going to elect to hit this ball a little bit differently than he did the last time. He's got a very similar break shot. I think that's sitting in the back of his mind how he played it the last time, and he's going to approach it a little bit differently.
Yeah, he glanced him a little bit. He played that Torsten Homan break shot.
Right.
But Torsten fires at that ball.
Not quite with the whip that he does.
Exactly. Torsten draws it up, and he comes off that end rail and back down towards the center of the table. Well, again, I guess Torsten's more comfortable at doing that.
Right. And it's actually a really good shot because you're getting the cue ball back out of the way. You're letting the balls find their spot, and then you just enter back into them.
Right.
And, you know.
There's no chance of you getting kicked in.
Yeah. Okay. He's got that 10 ball just at the bottom of that cluster there. He could maybe shoot that drawer off them and play that 11 ball back in that same pocket.
Yeah, if it goes by the 8. Or if not, if he gets back far enough, he can play the 8.
Right.
You know, he'll have options from here.
Or he could shoot the 11 now, draw back a little bit, just basically where he is now.
Yeah.
And play the same shot, and that'll free the 8 up. Give him more.
Exactly.
More,
that'll be a better shot for him. Exactly. But he's going to play the break right now. Should be okay though. You know, he might have
left-hand English is going to draw back to the right. Oh.
He glanced forward a bit more.
Right.
You might have the 7. If not, he'll just play a little soft masse right here. Doesn't look like he'd have to cut too much around the 8.
Looks like he spun the ball a little bit to throw it.
Yeah, now he's in pretty good shape now. He's just got to draw the 8 up to the center of the table. Everything goes in the bottom right, it looks like.
He might go after that ball that's tied up with the 2 balls that are in the rack area there. He might just swing up and take care of them now.
I'm being questioned by Upstate Al, asking me if I want food or something. He can offer me a beer. I got food right here, you know what I'm saying? Beer would be nice.
He's always thinking of others, you know?
I'm telling you, he is. He's just, you know. But again, you know, the lack of experience Warren has with straight ball is obvious from his hesitation.
Right.
You know.
You would think you could just pop that 11 into the side and play for the 6 to get you back to that 10 ball that's just high of the rack there. And that'll open up those other balls there.
You see,
play that in the side, you could go up a little bit, play the other ball on the side to get back for the 6.
Right. Yeah, he's just thinking a little bit too long about what he has to do.
And I guess, that caused him, it's totally changing the momentum of his game.
Yeah, he could play the 6 and come 2 rails or 3 rails even underneath the stack.
Right.
And have the 4, 15, 11 it looks like.
That's now exactly what he did.
Yeah, and now he can go into the balls, it looks like, a little easier. Unless he overshot that one. Yeah, he overhit that one. Unless he just wanted to get better position on the 9. To roll this forward and play the 10 next. It's not really going to break him apart, but he doesn't have to.
Right.
You know, he'll nudge the 1 out. Have to see what he's going to end up with.
He's got a little bit of insurance with that ball that's just above the side pocket, too. And he actually ran into one of the break balls that he had there.
Yeah. And again, that's just his lack of experience, it looks like, at straight pull. But now he's kind of running out of chances to get into that little cluster right there. So he's.
I don't think it's really an issue because I think that 5 ball actually goes in that bottom right hand corner.
I don't know. I think he had the opportunity to play it sooner.
Right.
He was in a better position to play it. If it did, he should have played it then. Because now you can see what kind of trouble he's having.
Right. Well, he can run into them now.
Yeah, he'll go into them right now.
And he'll have that ball just to the bottom of him, right on the line there.
Yeah, that's going to be his
You
key
don't have
ball,
to
right?
hit this
Safety
hard,
ball
just
right now.
delicately tickle those balls a little bit.
Well, I think he wants to hit them a little firm enough to make sure that they get out of the way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so he wanted to just get a little bit of space.
Right.
And now he's got that other ball. Everything is separated. He still has a break shot. He's going to try and leave that ball that's up top as his key ball, I think. You know, he can play the high stripe ball right now instead of the 11. I can't tell if it's a 10 or the 14. No, that doesn't help. Looks like the 15 maybe. You know, if he rolls forward on the 15, he'll have the 11 next. And then from there he can get on the 4, it looks like, and then up table. Play his key ball in the side pocket and have a break shot.
Right.
That'll give him 88. He'll only need to break and, 11 more after that.
Right. Well, yeah, actually, he can play that 10 and just swing up and then play the 5 in that back corner.
Yeah, he can
to
do
get
that.
back on the 11 to come around for the other ball up top.
Yeah, he can do it any way he wants. And
Yeah.
there's more than one way to play it.
More than one way to skin a cat. Right?
Absolutely. He can just draw this back up into the center of the table. Nothing tricky here.
He can play this ball right in the corner. He doesn't have to play for that ball on the side.
Yeah.
Because it's high in the side pocket. So he has to be a little bit more precise with that.
Well,
he goes too far, then he's going to have to come all the way down and then back up.
If he's got a slight angle, he might draw it to the long rail. He's going to go forward, it looks like.
So he didn't go far enough.
No.
Now he's going to work a little bit.
Yeah, it's a lot harder from here. I mean, he can play with a little bit inside.
Inside and check it up on that
Exactly.
second rail.
Exactly. Come off that second rail by the corner, come straight towards his object ball. There you go. A little far away,
Yeah.
but he still has the shot. You see, a lot of the other players, Torsten Holman, Meek Immonen, these guys are going to be a lot closer to that break shot and have a much better control over the shot. He's further away. He's got a harder cut shot,
Right.
but he's still making balls,
Yeah, he's confident enough that he's going to make this.
Yeah. But he's close now. 88, yeah, he needs 12. He needs to break and 11 more. Tony might not get back up again. And again, it's still the round robin portion of this event.
Right.
You lose, you're not out.
Right. Well, depending on where they are with their other matches, if they've won enough matches and got enough points in
Exactly.
the matches they may have lost.
Exactly.
I think it's going to take like 3 wins and a good point score with the other 2 matches.
Yeah. Well, we'll see soon enough. We got the rest of this week up until Saturday, I think. If you guys are in the area, man, come on down and check this out. This is some of the greatest pool shooting you're ever going to see. Oh, he missed that one badly.
He way overcut that ball.
Wow, he really missed that one. He gives Tony a great opportunity.
Fortunately enough, look where the cue ball is. He left 2 balls right by the corner pocket there. Play that little combination.
Tony's got a good chance right here.
Yeah, he's definitely got to compose himself, and this might be his last opportunity at the table.
Well, if he stays in control of the table, even if he's got to play it safe, he can play a good lock-up safe on Warren.
Right.
He'll get back to the table. But he has to stay in control. He has to play that shot. He can't get lucky. He can't miss a ball.
Yeah, he needs to get some balls here this inning, though.
Oh, absolutely. There really is no problem
the
right
safety is
here.
not going to win the game.
No.
You need to get some points up.
I don't see any problem right here, with this rack.
Right.
It's wide open. He can play this very softly and then play that strike ball in the same pocket.
Right. It's just a matter of clearing your lanes, and every ball is clear. Just play them in the right order.
Yeah, he really, like I said, he really doesn't have any issues right here.
Right.
He shouldn't anyway.
Right. You just got to get that one ball out of there, because that's going to clear the lane for a number of balls heading back down that way.
Yeah, see, now we can play the 9, which will open up that bottom right-hand pocket a little bit.
Right.
He doesn't have to, though. He can play I guess it's the 15 he just shot at. the combination ball, and then play the 6.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so he's got plenty of opportunity right now.
I'm not sure what he was looking at there.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. He's going to get the bridge out, though. He's going to play the 9. He can come onto the 6 and shoot the 6 next in that same pocket. He's got a lot of choices.
He probably doesn't like electing shooting that ball that's sitting in the corner because he's going to be jacked up over that.
Over the 3.
Yeah, over the 3 ball. So he could shoot the 6 now, then play the 11 in that corner.
Right. Yeah, he's got a ton of options.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so Tony's going to shoot this ball in the corner. He might be electing to shoot that ball up table. That 3 ball that's close to the rail there, and maybe follow up and play that blue ball, maybe the 2 ball back down in this corner. He could roll up and play that 11 or 13 ball in that side pocket. Really didn't care too much the way that he actually played that 11 ball. He's really just limiting himself to that one shot. I mean, he's got several options here what he could have played for. See, you guys are talking about food in the chat. That's always good. Looks like he's shooting that 13 ball on the side. And maybe play that 11 ball down in the bottom right-hand corner. I mean, you might be able to pinch over a little bit and maybe play that 10 ball just to the side of the rack next, but unfortunately that's one of his break balls. I think he hit that a little firmly. He might have been moving that over, trying to create it as a better break shot. And he could probably play this 4 ball and then play for the 8 in the bottom left-hand corner if that passes. So he's got definitely has better opportunities here, different ways he could play this. All right, Mike's back in the booth.
Yeah, had to go out and take care of some business. What's Tony up to?
He's working his way through it.
Looks like he's going to leave the 10 for his break shot.
Yeah, the 10 or that orange ball that's just to the left.
The 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good shot, too, based on what his 6 is, too.
Yeah.
Or is that the 2?
I think it may be the 2.
No, if he gets straight on that, he'll have a good shot on the 1.
Yeah, he could punch forward a little bit and play that orange ball just to the right there next. He opted not to do that. Just stop here and play that ball in the bottom right-hand corner. Over to the 10 ball, then swing over for that 6 ball as the key ball.
Yeah. Yep, that's what he likes.
He'll just check this up a little bit on the rail.
Yep.
Try and hold that line.
He's got to be a little careful here because he's going towards that side pocket.
Yeah.
But he'll draw it a little bit up higher, have a little bit of an angle on that 6.
He just got to make sure he stays to the outside of that ball. So you got
right. No, there you go.
The one rail. He could just draw back a little bit here. He should be fine.
Right.
All depending on what his reach is.
There you go. Looks like we lost the chat. There you go. Chat's back up. Nice. All right, Tony's starting to climb out of that hole that he's in.
Mm-hmm. What do you think? Go forward here on this break shot?
I don't know. To me, I'd have to actually look on a tangent line for the one to see where it's going to go into the stack.
Right. I mean, I think going forward, he's only going to clip that corner ball. He's probably going to look to draw this ball.
He might just go with his center ball. You know, again, I'd have to look. He can go top. He can go
I
bottom.
mean,
He
center
can go
ball,
center.
he might stick right to the side of this pack. You know, he hits right in between two balls. He might stick.
Well, yeah, it's always an option. You know, it's always a chance that that'll happen.
Right.
I think that the table, I mean, he's going to hit it hard. He's not, you know, he's going to, I think that if he did something like that, he would be unfortunate. The balls are kind of breaking apart.
Right.
You know, the table it's still slick. It's the only second day we've been playing on it. And again, like he looked and he knows exactly where it's going to go into that stack. He's going to play with a high ball.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing he's going to come off the bottom of that 4, it looks
Right.
like.
Maybe a little outside, so he spins
There you go.
back through them. Just got to watch here.
Yeah, you got a little fortune it didn't scratch right there. But he put a good stroke on it and he broke them right apart.
Right. Isn't it amazing so that sometimes, you know, those balls just open up. You would think that it would probably come back and hit one of them.
Yeah.
But there's always a clear lane right through, and a lot of times guys would scratch up in that corner.
Yeah. If you think about where he hit the rack, it's almost impossible to think that he can get into that position, you know, without hitting something else.
Right.
But it happens all the time. Yeah, it looks like he's got the 10. He can go into the stack. And again, he doesn't have to hit him hard. He's going to go right into that middle. He's trying to figure out where everything is going to go.
Right. He's just got to watch how he clips this that blue ball. It doesn't go towards the break ball that's sitting there. I mean, he has a break ball on the right side of the rack, too.
Yeah, he's got other choices. He's got more options right now.
Actually ran into it and replaced it.
He's got 6 different break shots right now.
He's got a plethora of break shots.
There you go.
That's a $5 word for you.
That's a double bonus word score right there. A plethora. All right, just got to figure out what to do. I mean, it's an open rack. He's got.
I think he's going to elect to shoot that 8-ball up table.
I think he's going in the side with it. He can just play a little bit of a draw shot and push the 11 closer to the other side pocket. And he can use that as his key ball, maybe.
Nice call.
That's what he's looking at. He wants to use that 2 ball.
Right.
It's a 2.
I think he shoots that 6-ball and rolls forward and takes care of those 2 balls that are on the bottom rail.
Yeah, that's a great idea. He's got the chance to do it right. Oh, now he can play the 7. Either way, he's got to roll down and get those 2 balls out.
Right. He's checking the lines into the rack right now.
Yep. And that's good. I mean, a lot of amateur players don't do that.
You actually don't see many players doing that in a situation like this. I guess that shows his experience in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, he takes the time and he does what he needs to do. You know, he does it right. If he doesn't like where the 7's going to go into the stack, he'll play the 2. You know, if he doesn't like where those 2 are going in, he'll play the 11 maybe, or the 13 on the right side.
Right.
Or the 5 even.
I mean, how often is it that you have 6 possible break shots?
He's got too many. He's got too many options. Sometimes that's a bad thing.
Right.
Because you freeze. You don't know what to do.
You go into like a brain lock.
Absolutely. You know, you got to pick one and go with it.
Right.
He's just going to come straight up the center of the table. And he's got any choice shot that he wants right now. And I think he's going to leave the 11 in the side right there as his key ball.
Right.
And he'll play the 2 as his break shot.
I actually think he's going to elect to leave one of the balls on the left as his break shot. Maybe that 2-ball. You know, that orange ball just outside of the right side of the rack is a key ball to the key ball because it's underneath the side pocket shot, so it's going to keep him on that line.
So what ball are you saying is going to be his break ball?
I'm saying that I think it's either the 4-ball or the 2-ball. The
Oh.
blue ball just to the left of the rack from our perspective.
Right. Yeah, it would be the 2.
Right. And one of the balls on the right side of the rack is a setup ball to that ball on the side.
Yeah.
You see the triangle?
Yep, that would be his triangle.
Yeah, sometimes you like to have the bigger triangle. It's
Yeah.
easier to manipulate it.
Yeah. And again, you know, I mean, it's Tony Robles. He's capable of doing anything he wants. You know, he could play the 3, 5, 4, 11.
Right.
That's what I like from here.
I think he's going to play this in the side and swing out to like the middle of the table and play that orange ball just to the left near the side rail to swing back out for the ball to the right of the rack area to get to the ball to the side.
Yep. Yeah, that's the way he's doing it. Wow, didn't like
I
that.
think he was a little steeper than he wanted to be on that shot.
He's going to
So he's gonna have
sacrifice
to
his
change
cue
it up.
ball.
Yeah.
But again, he's good enough to get into position on this ball, which
Right.
he's got angle, you know. I mean, I'm not too crazy about this.
Yeah, he's got to travel a little bit.
He's got to go 2 rails, I think.
Right. That's where you can better judge the speed of the shot.
Exactly. He's going to come back into that long rail near where the cue ball is now and just come off. Almost where he is now. Now the 6 inches past
That
where
would
he
be
is.
ideal right there.
Yeah. See how he does. There you go.
Nicely done.
All right, so he's putting some points back on the board. I think that gives him 51 to Warren's 88. He's not out of it
Because
yet.
Warren had missed a break shot, right?
Yeah. He's in control right now, and he's playing well. More than capable of running the set out. And then after
He's
this,
definitely got the hometown support here.
Oh, yeah.
There are a lot of people clapping in the background. They were all here for Tony.
absolutely.
I think we're definitely looking at a high ball on this break shot. You know, do that same thing. One rail, back through.
Well, he
You know,
looked at
a little bit of left-hand English, so it checks up.
He looked before at that tangent line, so he's got a really good idea as to where he's going to go into that stack.
Right.
And it's going to be somewhere up by the. I can't tell if it's the 3 or the 11. He's going to hit, I think, the top 2 balls. Now, whether or not he comes down with a high ball or just a center ball with a little bit of left, maybe.
I think he hits that the 3rd ball there, the 10 ball. It looks like he's going to split them.
He's going to come
The
close to
second and
that.
third
So it looks
ball.
like he's going to play this with a high ball. Now, whether or not he's going to play it with a high enough to come down below the stack and back up, he kind of went off the top of him. Works.
Yeah.
You know, he's got shots now. I try to tell people that you really need that one shot after the break.
Right.
You know, you got to make the break shot, but you got to get at least that one shot.
It doesn't always happen that you have it. You know, you always look for that duck
Yeah,
right
oh,
after
yeah.
your break.
You got to have that little.
And sometimes it's real discouraging when you don't have that duck, especially if you're on a good run for yourself, and you know you right away you're looking for that duck just so you could keep going.
Yep. And you don't get it. I do that all the time. I'll break them up. Everything will spread wide open, but everything is clumped together.
Yep.
Or there's no straight shot.
Right.
You got to play some kind of.
You're all the way
kick.
down table on an off-angle shot.
Yep.
To get it.
It's brutally upsetting, but
That's what keeps us playing it.
It sure is. Trying to get past that.
He may be looking to go forward here and play to that ball that's on the rail there to get back for the that orange ball that's just at the bottom portion of the rack to go back into the balls.
He might be straighter in on the 6 than it looks.
I think he's got that forward angle.
Yeah, it looks like he can get above.
Hair to the right side.
A little bit of left-hand spin. Yeah, he didn't even need spin. He had more of an angle than I thought. That was the shot. Now we can go forward into the stack. He just has to hit him a little bit. He doesn't have to break him up too hard.
Right. Actually, I don't think he should hit this hard because you look at it at his angle and how much it's going to deflect. He might hit it too hard. He'll run up into the 8. He won't even contact the rack. And he wants to hold for that ball that's on the rail.
No, I think he's going to hit this one. The high ball is going to bend that cue into the stack. And yeah, I figured he would have hit the 8.
Speed.
Good shot. I mean, he's got the 8. He's got the I guess the 9 on the side. He's got the 1 now.
Mm-hmm.
So he had options.
And I see there's actually already a break ball sitting there. You know, if he could get to that ball that's just underneath it on the line of the rack, the first ball, if that passes, if you could get for that, maybe shoot the 8 and then roll up and play that ball that's on the line there, just outside the rack, at the bottom of the rack.
Yeah, that'd work.
And maybe that'll allow him to reposition those balls a little bit, maybe create a better break shot. I think right now he's actually checking the position of that break ball and seeing if he likes it or not.
That would be good. I think he's got to get rid of that little clump of stuff right there. Caught me.
Typical New York.
Hey, yo, what do you want there? He's going to break that stuff up underneath now. Yeah, and
It's a real safe shot.
he pushed out the 11.
Mm-hmm. And he's got a key ball right there up the other side pocket on the left side.
He's got the 1 now, and he's got a chance to get out from here. So he's clawing his way back in. He's at 51. Warren's at 88.
I think shooting that 9 ball on the side right now, and
He's only 2 racks really away from Warren. You know, if he runs this out, which I don't really see any other problems, nothing's really tied up.
yeah, I think the 9 ball is definitely a shot right here.
Yeah.
Play the 9, play the bottom ball on the rail over there to swing for the 11 to come back up and take care of that ball that's in the rack area there. Unless this ball passes, but he's got to watch that.
He's going to play the 8 and then a 7, it looks like.
Okay.
You know, he'll come into those two the stripe and the 3
Okay.
off the 7, and he'll have the 15, it looks like.
Right.
He's going to preserve his break shot. He's going to preserve the 1, which is going to be his key ball.
They had just looked to nip draw this back a hair, so he stays on the right side of this ball. And you can just roll forward a smidge here and play that bottom ball of the 2 balls that are sitting there in the rack area.
Yeah, that looks like it'll pass. And then that's it, really. I mean, this rack is pretty much taken care of.
I think he's there. He's trying to calculate the rest of the rack, making sure that he's on the right lines leading out.
Why would he be playing this one now?
I think he sees that 10 ball on the right there as an issue. Because it really doesn't link up with the other balls too
Yeah,
well.
I think he
You know,
could
he
have
would
got
have
to.
to get too precise on it to play it before the key ball.
He could have. Yeah, he could have played it a
Because
bunch of
I
ways.
really like the decision now that he did it. You know, he could just pop back a little bit, play the 3 ball
Yeah,
in the same pocket, and he'll be on a direct line for the ball on the side.
Yeah, he overran that a little bit.
Oh, he's fine though.
He's got to put a little spin on it. He's got to watch out for the throw. He's got to watch his speed. He overshot
he
it.
overshot it.
Yeah, he knows it.
Yeah, he's upset.
You get out of position on one shot.
You think Tony will elect to bank this ball?
Well, if he does, he's going to have to come around the table. He's going to have to really hit it.
Kind of looks like he's kind of parallel to it.
Yeah, it looks like he's a little low, but let's see if we can get a better angle. Yeah, if he tries to bank it, it looks like he's going to go down towards the 11. He's going to lose his angle. He'd have
Did
to
he
go.
play for the 11 in the left side pocket here?
That's possible. A side pocket break shot. He can cut this in a side too. I mean, it's a tight cut, but
Right. And cue ball's going to be flying.
yeah, bottom left might get him past the 11.
Right, and
then
then
he'll come to-
like 3-4 rails
Exactly.
around. He's just really got to watch the speed because he's going to be crossing that line of
Oh
the
yeah,
break ball.
he doesn't have a choice though.
Right.
You know? So that's what he has to play.
And can he just play the ball in the corner and draw back and play the cut in the side as the break ball?
Yeah.
Go one rail off. Because you figure if he's like over here,
I don't
he
know.
cuts it in the side and goes one rail into the pack. Yeah, it's a Lipsky signature break shot right there.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a thin cut for the 1. Otherwise, he would have played it. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of where he's at, it's a small pocket. He's got to hit it hard if he wants to try and get any kind of break. Plus, coming into the stack at that angle, I think you're more likely to get stuck in the pack. You know, he's playing one rail. He's not going into it first.
Well, he would be approaching at a downward direction. So the momentum of the ball is going to carry it down off the rack. I say play that 11 and draw back maybe 8-9 inches and cut that ball on the side as the break.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to do that. It's kind of tough to figure out. See, he does have a little bit of an angle on the 11. You see, now, if he's got a stroke, he can just play this with bottom left and draw it 3 rails and get that perfect angle. There you go. Of course, you don't want to overstroke it, which he did.
Yeah, he looks like he did.
Wow, unreal.
Yeah, it's such a small margin there of a good angle zone.
That was a hard shot regardless.
Yeah.
You know, he missed his shot on the 1, which is what he wanted. But still, you know, he's back in the game here.
I think just go one rail and glance the top of the rack here. A touch of inside. You don't want to go too much.
This is a tough shot, yeah.
Yeah. I
He
think
goes-
you want to glance to the top of the rack and then go over to the other side rail and back out.
If
But
you,
then
if
being
you can
careful
do
that.
that,
You don't glance it and then come back across and scratch.
if you can do that, you know, it's a tough shot from here. Score, I think, is like 65 Tony, 88 Warren. It's something like that. We're trying to get a.
Or does he just play this follow up and play safe against the side of the rack?
That's what he could. That's what he could do. But he doesn't want to give Warren a chance at the table.
Right.
You know, and again, he's asking an awful lot, trying to get into that stack from here. You know.
I think he's definitely got the line where he could come into the top of him. It's just how much you can control it thereafter.
It's a hard shot. smart move would be to roll it up and just play the safety up the side of the stack. Push out 2 balls
Right.
and leave Kiamco in a trap, so to speak, you know.
Right.
That's Danny's big word. Because you're going to leave him, he can't push you anywhere. If he leaves you up table, you got the shot on the long rail.
Right.
You know, can't leave you down table. But we'll see what he
I think
does.
he's electing to go for it.
He's going with a high ball. He's going to try and bend the cue in there. Let's see how he does. Nice. He came down pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah, feel the top spin he put on that to come down.
It actually bent a lot more than I thought it would.
He's got to be careful here. Again, I mean, he's got a shot to get into the stack from here, but he's
looking at that combination of the
that's
the 4-6 into the combo. If it passes, that 2 ball sitting there.
Yeah, that doesn't get by there.
Can he go forward out to the middle of the table and play for the 11?
He could do that.
To the right of the rack?
Yeah, he could do that.
If he's fortunate enough to pass the line, he could actually play it as a break shot, secondary break shot.
That's what he might opt to do. And I think that's exactly what he's going to do. 3 rails or 2 rails, just past it, and they can use this as a break shot.
Yep.
And hopefully he'll have the 2 ball next. You know, if he gets kind of stuck in there.
Yeah, he's got some protection with that ball sitting there.
Again, you know, funny things can happen. There's no guarantee.
Right.
If he
And
comes
it doesn't mean he has to shoot it either.
Exactly.
If another shot shows up, but he's got it.
Well, yeah, he's going to shoot it from now. I don't think he's got nothing else.
Right. I'm saying after this.
Right. Oh yeah. You know, if he does come off the top part of that 6, he could end up way up table.
Right.
And then from up table, that 2 ball is going to be no good. There you go. He forced through it.
He's got the ball on the side.
Yeah, he's got the 6 on the side. All right, so that helps.
That was huge.
He's going to force this forward into the stack. Again, he'll have the 2. He should have at least have the 2 after this is over.
Which I think is a better shot than playing this combo.
Yeah, I don't like that from here. And this one he doesn't have to hit hard.
No.
He can control the cue ball a lot more from here. All he's got to do is just nudge the 2 out in the center of the stack right there. Separate them a little bit. He'll have the 2, he'll have the 3. He might have the 8. He might have a combo into the 8. You know, he's going to have choices.
Right.
And then he'll have a better opportunity to position himself to break out the rest of the stack.
Right. I think he's opting for the combo, though.
No, I don't like that. It does open up this bottom right-hand pocket a little bit for, I guess, the 14. You know, if he gets up a little bit, he might be able to play the 14 into this pocket.
Yeah, because the ball's just going to cut the other ball a little bit and stay basically around there as his next shot.
Oh, I hope he's not playing a 3-ball combination. A 2-14 into the 8.
He might be looking to resolve too many problems all at once.
He's asking for too much. It was a good shot, but...
And he was safe. He's got that ball just above the rack area.
Yeah.
That red ball.
Still a little chancy, you know, a 3-ball combination.
Yeah.
They would all be touching it. You know, if you're going to make sure you play that ball.
He definitely still has some work to do, though. Yeah, he could play this this ball on the side, that 4 ball on the side, play for the 6, and then play that blue ball that's just in the middle of the rack underneath the 1. After that.
He's thinking about playing the 2-ball now.
Yeah, I think there's too many balls around there.
Well, he's going to go up. He's going to hit the 5.
He's got to watch he doesn't tie something else back up here.
I think he'll stroke this one pretty good. Yeah, he pushed everything around, but...
He created a little issue there, but
yeah,
he's still fine.
Well, he's got the 6.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's not ideal. But it looks like the 14 he's got to get rid of.
How's that combo look?
I don't know. I don't think he likes it. He's getting close.
Is
You
that
know.
65?
I think.
Or is that 85?
I don't know. It's close.
I think it's 88, 85.
That's close.
Does that ball to the left pass this ball?
No, I don't think anything goes in that bottom pocket. He's got to get that stripe out of there. I think it's the 14.
I think he's looking at that combo.
He can be playing the 7-14. Again, he's real close. He doesn't want to make a mistake here. Ah, the 4-ball went. That worked. He's still got to get that 14 out of there.
Right.
Looks like he might keep the 6 as his
I
break
just did a little
shot.
score update. It's actually 88-65.
It is 65.
Prior to this rack.
Okay.
Delicate little shot there.
Yeah. I think if he's got a chance to get that stripe ball out now, he's got to take it now.
Yeah.
He can either come 2 rails around the stuff to get back up table. He might come 1 rail past the 13 and play the 13 in that same pocket.
Right. I mean, can he draw all the way back past where he is now and play that 10 ball in the same pocket?
No, I think he's got too much of an angle. I don't think he can draw this at all and come back straight up. He would be drawing back towards the 7 ball.
Right.
And I don't think he wants to fool with touching anything right now.
Yeah, I think he's best playing that ball on the side coming across for the 6. Let him get a new line on maybe taking that other ball out of the rack area, the 11 ball.
Well, he's taking his time. He wants to make sure he shoots the right shot here.
It looks like he took the safe route. He figured anywhere in the middle of the table, he's going to have some options.
Right.
You know, maybe shoot that 10 ball now, then he could play the 9 to that bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah, that might go
that'll
past.
free up the 11 ball there.
Yeah, that might
Or the
go
13.
past. Oh. He's going to come forward a bit. He's got to get this ball out. He can draw this one back and play the 3 next. Then he can play the 7, and then either one of those balls will go in that pocket.
Right.
He won't have to worry about. He's going to get this stripe out now, the 13. I think
Yeah,
he's got
he might be preserving that 10 ball as the break ball, too.
Yeah, either
So
one.
He could swing over and play that ball that's just below the 10 ball to get shape on the 9.
Yeah, either one, I think. If he plays the 10 or the 7 as his break shot. 7's a little low.
You know, ideally, I don't like taking that ball that's high there away as being a key ball, but, you know, he's kind of stuck into having to play it to get the accurate position on where he has to be.
Yeah, he's just going to draw this back maybe an inch or 2, if that. He'll have an angle on the 7 to stay away from those 2. He won't hit the 10.
Right.
And then he can play anyone,
Yeah.
you know, anyone he wants. and use the remainder as his key ball.
Yeah, because the problem is everything's on the same side. So he's going to be in tight with trying to get, from the key ball to the break ball. So that's why I think ideally you like to have that ball on the side as your key ball.
Well, he's looking at this a whole lot differently than we are, because the only shot he's got now is to play to 10.
Yeah.
Which was his break shot.
Right.
And he's going to go into the 2 stripes. Maybe he can force one across the table as a break ball.
But he's gambling here. He didn't have to.
You can break him apart. He still might be able to get into the stack off the 7. But
Right.
I don't like that.
Low,
yeah, if you were going to pick either one, you'd pick the 10.
Actually, okay.
You'd be guaranteed to get into the stack.
Now he's kind of awkward here.
Yeah.
He's going to have to go around the world here with this 9 ball. Which is fine. He's going to end up back on the right side of the table for that.
Yeah, that's what he's going to play. But, he could play with the 11 as his break shot from underneath. That would have been an option, too. But
he's just going to watch he doesn't get too straight on this ball.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do. That's what he's going to do.
Yep.
I don't know. He just doesn't seem like he's playing all that comfortable right now.
Yeah.
He played good in the first couple of racks he was running. But this last rack, now he's got to try and force something. He's got to try and punch it above.
And create a new angle.
Yeah.
Wow, how he hit that.
Nice. Again, he must have had more of an angle than it looked like from here.
Right.
Because it didn't seem like he can get that far off it. But he's got a good shot now at the 7. He'll get into the bottom part of the stack.
And this will bring him up to 79 to 88.
Yeah.
He's definitely in the game.
First line of business right now is just to take care of that 7 ball. Regardless of what happens, he's got to put the 7 down. And he's going to hit him hard, too. He's not going to baby this shot. He wants to make sure he has something after the break.
Right. He's really got to watch the speed of the shot, though, because he's going to just be glancing that corner ball. There's not going to be a lot of transfer loss of energy off this ball.
No, I think he's going to hit it pretty full. Was that the 9? Looks like the 9. He's going to hit this one firm. That's for sure.
Can he play this with a draw stroke?
Nah, I don't. He probably could, but I don't think that would be advisable. It's a much harder shot.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little above center and far away. Oh, and he bobbled it. And
I think he tried to get too much out of that.
Yeah.
Looks like Warren's going to take a little breather for a second.
Yeah, he's going to take a
collect
break.
His thoughts.
While he's doing that, I want to go down a list of the sponsors, give them a shout out. Let's see. Allhausen, title sponsor. Look at that nice, beautiful Allhausen table they're playing on. Championship Claw Tour Edition. Fury Cues, Aramith Balls, Master Chalk, Pool and Billiard Mag, Amsterdam Billiards, NAPL, which is, I think, is National Amateur Pool League that Charlie's doing.
I think that's actually Tony Robles' league.
That's exactly. I was thinking Charlie Ames. I just saw his name under here. Charlie Ames, he's the photog for this event.
Yes.
The stream sponsors are going to be InsidePoolMag.com. Thank JR and Alvin if you see them. NYC Grind, Jerry Tarantola. Charlie Williams and Dragon Promotions. CNGGas.com. Steinway Billiards. Steinway Pool Hall.
Yeah.
You know,
they
Steinway
really
Billiards
opened the
itself.
doors for this event. And, you know, right after this event, they're going to be having a couple more events. We got the Steinway Classic.
Right, that's starting
got-
Sunday, I think.
Yeah, I think so. And then we got the Kiamco Memorial.
Right, that's in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Right, and then from what I hear, Earl's going to be playing Shane a challenge match the following weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff going
So
on.
it's like a full month of pool action here at
Wow.
Steinway.
Yeah. Wow, how do you beat that, man? Well, this is a great room, too. It's got 27 tables, I think.
Right.
Great food, great
food is
atmosphere.
amazing.
Yeah. They do it right here at Steinway.
You know, I'm fortunate enough where I'm only like 20 minutes away from this room.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah. Well, with New York City traffic, you know, you look at it, sometimes 45 minutes to an hour.
Well, yeah, that's true, too. I get stuck in a little traffic going home. There was an accident on the LIE.
Right.
And it was 2 lanes were closed for 8 hours.
Yeah.
And I get stuck behind that for a little bit. But other than that, you know, I'm 35 minutes maybe. All right, Warren steps back into the table, into the room. Now, Warren's got a great opportunity right here to get out.
Yeah, well, he only needs 12.
Exactly.
12
The
for win.
match is on the table right here.
Right. Unfortunately, there's a couple balls that are grouped up there.
Well, he's still got to go into the stack.
But he's got about 7 or 8 free balls where he could, you know, work towards freeing those up.
He's just got to pay attention a little bit. You know, he's
Right.
got a good advantage right now to get out, but he's got to just pay attention because he could easily get stuck on something.
Right.
You know, it's not a given. You know that these balls are going to go in.
Right. Yeah, maybe elect to shoot that 10 ball, which is the bottom ball of that cluster. If that passes, I'm actually surprised he didn't shoot it the last shot. So maybe it doesn't go.
Right. I mean, he still has to go into them.
Right.
Well, he might try and get a better angle on the 8 right here and play the 13, it looks like, in the bottom right-hand corner. Because if he gets
Right.
stuck behind the pack, he's got the ball in the corner,
Right.
in the upper left-hand corner. Well, he
It
overdrew it
looks
for
like
that ball.
that's what he was trying.
Yeah, but the 10 ball, I guess it's a 10 to 14. 14 might go.
Right.
If the 14 goes, he'll play it now. He'll nudge the 9 up a little bit. He'll spread those open. He'll
Right.
still have that upper corner ball. Looks like it doesn't go, though, because he's playing that 13, it looks like.
Is he going to draw off that bottom rail and into the cluster?
No, I don't think
It's
so.
kind of precarious.
He doesn't have the angle for that.
He might just clip that back corner ball.
He's got to really pound it if he wants to get in there.
Wait, I mean, that's still okay because he's got that ball sitting up top.
Yeah, but he's got to hit it a lot harder than he wants. He'll go forward 2 rails. He might end up with a shot on the 1 next.
Looks like he
Yeah.
fell shy, unless
Well,
that ball is wired.
Yeah,
Is
he
that
might
ball
have a
wired?
combination. That 14 might go.
And he's got the insurance of the 5 ball sitting there in the corner.
Yeah, that 1 ball will be next. if
One
he
ball,
gets stuck.
sorry.
All right. Perfect. He's got them all
Problem
spread.
solved.
Yeah.
He should be out.
Oh, we should absolutely be out from here. Nothing's
That 10,
touching.
roll up, play the ball to the right
Yeah,
there.
7. And he can play the 3 or the 5 rather. Go into whatever's right there. He'll have the 1 next. You know, he's got a lot of choices right now. He doesn't have to hit anything either.
No.
You know, he's in such a spot right now. Everything goes.
Yeah, he's going to elect to shoot that 4 ball, then the other ball, the blue ball there, then the red ball just below it. Then maybe from there he'll shoot the ball on the side. It's just a matter of finding the line to stay on.
Well, I think he needed, what did he need, 12?
Yeah, he didn't
All right.
have to. He didn't have to go into another rack, so he's fine.
Yeah, he needs 5 balls. And he's got all 5 right there. He might shoot this and draw back a little bit, play the 1 next.
Right.
Well, he goes into that ball fine. He's still got the stripe right there.
Mm-hmm. Could play the ball on the side, go
The
1
11.
rail out for the 11.
Yeah, he could
Then
do
to
that.
the 5.
He can just roll in and play the ball up table. He's done. Warren Kiamco is going to win this match over Tony Robles.
It's definitely unfortunate. I was kind of hoping that Tony would take it, but
Yeah,
you know.
I think everybody here is pulling for Tony. Not that they're rooting against Warren,
Right.
and that was it. Yeah, Tony conceded. Tony Robles is defeated by Warren Kiamco. I want to thank Steve Kurtz for being in the booth with me. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Stick around. We got one more match left. Sean Wilkie is shooting against Francisco Bustamante next. So we're going to reboot. Get yourself a fresh beer and some new pretzels, and stick around. Don't go anywhere. We are going to be right back.